we are going to watch. I got a couple of things. So first of all, look in the description. Check out Myron Golden's Make More Offers Challenge for business owners. Learn how to scale your business. Learn how to be a better business man or woman. Learn how to draw in leads. And I'm still learning the business thing. So it was such a blessing to me for me to take that challenge. So take it, read the book, Boss Moves. It's powerful. We are going to watch today a couple of things. One of the things I wanted to share is this blessing my niece sent me. Let me pull this up. I want to talk about why Black women are so angry. I see it everywhere, and it really pisses me off. That's what it do. Okay, it pisses me off to see everybody talking about how angry Black women is, but that's what it's for, right? It's there to upset you. But first of all, I want to show this. Somebody talking about, because I'm a believer in healing. I believe in healing. I believe Jesus is a healer. And that upsets some people. People going to say, what do you tell somebody who's missing limbs about healing? What do you tell somebody who's missing limbs? Well, let's see this brother here. He missing a leg. Let's see. Let's look at this brother. Okay, so somebody go ask, what do you tell people who's missing limbs? People missing limbs, you can't tell them nothing. They ain't the ones talking about what they can't do. It's people that we have all our facilities talking about we can't do this, can't do that. I'm missing this. I can't do this. I have anxiety. I'm scared. People missing limbs, they ain't thinking about what they can't do. They trying to figure out what they can do. And that brother missing a leg, I can't do a fourth of what he did with 2 legs. Okay. If I really tried, I could, but not at this very moment. I cannot do all of what he did. It's a blessing how a disability can be a huge attribute. Oh yes, absolutely. It's absolutely his drive. It's what's driving him to absolutely prove what he can do. He ain't out here talking about what he can't do. I got 1 leg. I can't backflip. He ain't saying that. He's showing he can. So that's what I'm encouraging people. Think about what you can do and not what you can't. So there's that. I thought that was so powerful. I just love how the Lord uses people to prove exactly my point. That's powerful. People missing limbs ain't focused on what they can't do. They already know what they are capable of and are willing to go to great extent to prove what they're capable of. It's powerful. So back to this angry Black women. So I've talked to and heard from Black women, several Black women by their own accounts, that they're angry and frustrated constantly. And in my mind, I'm kind of thinking, well, a lot of folks around some of these women give them reason. Give them absolute excuse to be angry and frustrated. Okay, so that's how I feel, because I used to be really angry, frustrated constantly. I was just telling my niece, I am one of those people who are irritable. Everything get on my nerves. I'm irritated constantly. But I learned to focus on things that matter. I learned to focus on positive things, but everybody can't do that. That takes time. That takes it takes a lot of energy. No, excuse me. It takes effort. It takes work and effort to change your thinking to more positive. So, but it takes more energy out of you to think negatively. And that's the irony of that, right? But we're gonna listen to this. Anton Daniels says, "Sisters, what's the problem?" That'd be my question. Let's get into this.
Is it that majority of the black women have attitudes in these folks' establishment? What the is wrong with y'all? Y'all come to work every single day with a attitude. Everybody else so nice, sweet, and jolly, but us, no. We got to have an attitude. And we do it in front of customers. That's sad. And y'all messy as like, why are we as black women are so miserable? And we bring to work. Even at the doctor's office. I mean, everywhere you go. I went to the doctor yesterday. And my nurse was a white lady. She was so nice and sweet. And when she took me to check out to this black lady, the black lady was like, well, you see, she over there, don't forget, she can check out too. She can ring out too. Like, why would you say that in front of me, a patient, and have an attitude like, I don't even want you to check me out now. What is your problem? You didn't want to work, don't come to work. That's your job. It don't matter who don't have a customer. Like, come on, sisters, we need to get it together. We need to keep our attitudes and our misery in the car or at home. And when we clock in these folks' establishments, we need to have the utmost respect for patients, customers, or whatever. God, be professional. Leave that ghetto at home. Y'all weird. I don't like y'all. I don't like y'all.
She going off. Hey, Kobe, thanks for joining us this evening. I totally feel her. She pissed off talking about it, and I feel her. I can't even lie. I've been one of them black women at the doctor pissed off. I do not like going to the doctor. It ain't right. It ain't right. But I do my best to be pleasant, but I don't like going to the doctor at all. I be working. I have to work overtime to not be one of them angry black women at the doctor. Sorry, but I don't like being at the doctor because it feels like they talk down to you. It feels like they don't really care. Like they already scared of you just because you're black. So I'm definitely one of them. I'm guilty of that. Absolutely being one of them angry women. But at work, no. You ain't got to worry about that at work. I don't play that at work because I recognize that I do represent the establishment. So I do my best to make sure I'm pleasant and joyful and positive, especially in a work environment. Let's see what else she's saying. She mad as hell talking about it.
From now on, white people, I love y'all. I don't like my sisters. Not all of them. Ooh. But 99.999% of them.
Oh, she gonna upset the sister code and the establishment, and they're gonna get mad and they're gonna come for her. And it would seem as though this woman probably has a better hand on the pulse of this whole thing that's going on, because it looks like she's a male lady, right? From her uniform, it looked like she's a male lady. First of all, I always like to give credit to the content creators, so that's always going to be a link back to them in the description. So shout out to all of the content creators, regardless of whether or not I agree with them or not. And then on top of that, make sure you get your Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. And then last but not least, make sure you tap into the Patreon. We got Stock Club on Friday. That's going to be absolutely lit. And so I'm looking forward to that. But now she's basically describing what a lot of guys, especially black men, experience. Now, there is a caveat to this, and I want to break down what she's saying. There is a caveat to this. It's because I don't think that a lot of black women operate like this with white men that they like. Let me say that again for the people in the back. They code switch. They switch it up, and they show and they give chameleon vibes. And even
because they know that white man gonna call the police on her because this is what done happen. They get with a white man and think they gonna act niggery with a white man, and that white man call a popo on her black ass.
To black guys that they like, that's the key, not to black men, but to black men that they like. And especially if they decide to step outside of what they would normally date, as far as proximity to other black men. Usually, you know, black women date black men, white women date white men, so on and so forth, right? But they code switch, and they'll even code switch when they are trying to get the job. But once they get the job and they get comfortable in it and they feel like the job is going to be there, then that's when the real them comes out. So when you go out and you experience this, because men, especially black men, have been talking about this for a long time, the attitude is crazy. And it's almost like they don't like themselves.
Yeah.
Like the drama that they're dealing with at home or before they get there. And boy, I'm telling you, imagine what it's like at home for the man that they living with, or the person that they being with, or their baby daddy, or whoever it is that they interacting with. If you catching this, you catching a good side of them. You not catching the bad side of them. You catching the good side of them. So imagine what the person that's dealing with them at home got to interact with. Imagine with what they talk like to each other.
Yeah.
Like they even refer to each other as the B word and all of this stuff. And so
tell me what y'all think. I want to know what you think. What do you think? Because let me see what a man says. All colors and gender employees mostly have attitudes. People just truly don't appreciate life. And it's the truth. People, you know, and that's what I'll be saying. I'm like, I know it ain't just black women that's angry. It's a lot of folks that's angry and miserable. I see it. I just think black women are more, folks are just scared of black folks. Black folks scared of black folks. What do you think? I want to know what you think. Tell me in the comments. What do you think it is? What it got to do with black women? What do you think it is? I think a lot of it is sometimes we pick the wrong spouse. Some of us we got the wrong baby daddy. If you ain't married, you got a wrong baby daddy, so you mad about that. Some of us is, like he said, you don't like your life. You're frustrated about your life already, and everybody else just gets the brunt of it. What do you think? Tell me what you think. I want to know what you think in the comments. And I'm praying for sisters. I love black women. We just so beautiful. And but I'm not one of the people that look at a black woman and automatically think she angry. Not all, because not all of them be angry just because they look upset. Sometimes a black woman, she's got a serious mug on. Everybody don't want to walk around looking goofy grinning all day long. Some of us just have a serious face. Like, look at this sister face, how she looking right now. Well, she pissed off talking about black women.